Hello, and welcome to Dice Friends. This is episode 7 of Dragon's Orders, the penultimate session.
Ooh.
We will be playing with the 5th edition of the Dungeons & Dragons rules from Wizards of the Coast tonight, and let's do some character introductions. Kathleen?
Hi, I am a 5th level elf rogue and 1st level gigglemancer, and I'm playing Mora. And I have a cough.
Got some water?
Is that a character
Possibly.
thing or a real thing?
That's a real thing, but it might show up in character.
Ooh.
No, I'm just kidding. It's just a
so
water
dedicated to the craft. I am Paul, and I am playing Dande, who just recently leveled up to level 6,
Oh,
which makes it so he can channel his
5 extra attacks.
he can channel his monk energy to heal himself a little bit once per day, which is nice. And he also has a thing which I wrote on my character sheet as Magic Punch, by which I mean his punches are now considered magic for, they don't do any more damage, but for things that care about whether things are magic or not, they're magic.
Really?
For like, I don't know, fighting a ghost maybe?
So luckily we solved.
Luckily we don't have to deal with that.
the ghost, but
But
yeah,
if something says you need to be magic to do it, I can punch it.
that's amazing.
You're that good at punching? Wow.
Yeah.
I'm Beej, and I'll be playing Bonton, who is he's an albino hill dwarf native to the lands of Chult. As you can see, I'm a complete mess with a lot of additional. You can't even see what's spread out in front of me here, but it goes on for a while. I've been carrying a lot of stuff in this party.
The party, particularly Bonton, has been perpetually going through a lot.
We've been going through a lot of things.
Going through a lot right now.
been real busy.
Forever.
Life is complicated.
Yeah. And I'm Graham, and I'm playing Snack, who is a Batiri fighter. Batiri means goblin. And I am also freshly leveled up to level 6 fighter, which means I got a little bit stronger. For some reason, the fighter had a strength of 14, but now the fighter has a strength of 16, so fight me.
Yes.
Nice.
Actually fight me. So that's good.
I mean, you are a fighter, so fight me.
Yeah. I had my points into dex.
Yeah, well,
I've
because
been-
you had the like bow and stuff.
The bow and stuff, yeah, but I've been using this cool sword that I found that surely won't explode. And I mean, it probably. Okay. The sword.
I mean, what are the odds of one of
yeah.
your
It
damaged
won't-
magical items exploding?
Okay. If I roll a 1 with it, then I put an X on this list.
Yes.
And then I roll a D100, and if the roll is less than or equal to the number of X's, which is currently 17.
Right.
So
You'd be at
it-
18.
So yeah,
if I roll a 1, I put another one on there, and I roll a D100, I get 18 or less. Then I tail Dale, and then something bad.
Yeah.
I assume.
Oh, whenever we tell
Happens.
Dale, something bad always happens.
so yeah, exactly. It probably won't explode.
Exactly. So anyway, I felt like maybe
That's what the man in the
strength
store
would be
said.
strength would be a
That's
good.
what the corpse we picked them off said.
Yeah.
But it was not a corpse dead from a sword explosion.
No.
So
So-
already that's super positive.
Yeah.
exactly.
That was the horrible sort of spherical thing that had its
Yeah,
lashing.
it was horrible.
It was. That was a horrible spherical thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Yeah.
And it
Editor's
was-
notes.
I was
see
gonna say,
escape
see
from Small
episode-
Plateau. 6.
4, 6, 5, 5.
5.
You think?
Yeah, that whole area
See,
was a
episode
real
5.
bad scene.
Now,
Escape from Samola
I
Plateau.
picked up my inherently flawed magical items right in Escape from Samolo Plateau, episode 10, and so far I haven't busted them yet, so that's a record for
No,
me.
well,
of
you
not
had
breaking
something
things.
explode.
Two things
Two
explode.
things explode, and then I got 2 other things that will explode
That's
later.
right.
Oh.
Mora did us a
Terrific.
service, and she left behind the things that she didn't want anymore in that campaign.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have magic items that explode and magic items that haven't yet exploded.
Well, it's, the stuff of hers that exploded looked exactly like the sword that I have, which is why Snack's probably been like, we'll see how it goes. Anyway,
All right.
but to this campaign, however,
Nothing's exploded.
a bakery
that is a
exploded.
lie.
Yeah,
Oh, well,
A
yeah,
lot
but
has exploded.
we didn't do that.
true.
In fact, we
Where
argued
are we
against
right
it.
now? We're at the.
You are on the street. You're in a coach. You have pulled over to the side of the road.
Oh, right.
It's nighttime. Hyavrin Kava just got into an argument with a person who appeared to be Chelavar.
Yeah.
Took her short sword and rolled a 19 and hit him in the arm, and it just kind of went thunk. And he got mad and lost control of a construct. And he basically said this while you were watching, and then the magic shimmered away and it looked kind of like a dressmaker's dummy. And now you're in the coach, not sure what to do. Hyavrin Kava is injured. She sat down on the street. Before he lost control, Chelavar turned to the nearby apartments and shouted really loudly that if anybody returned this construct to a place he didn't have time to say, he would give them lots and lots of money. Or a big reward, I think is what he said.
A big reward.
Right.
I mean, I think whoever turns this construct into wherever they decide to turn it into is going to get a big reward, no matter what.
I open the door to the coach and get the hell out and start running towards the Havern Kava.
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah. Who's with me?
Oh, yeah, I'm there.
Good.
Yeah.
The coach driver's like, you haven't paid. That's 2 silver.
I pay the coach driver.
Figured you would.
So
All right.
the coach driver's gonna leave then.
Yes.
That's
No,
fine.
make him wait.
What? We're
Get-
outside our house.
We're not that far outside our house, are we?
You're within a block of,
All right, fair
of
enough.
Baker's
Fair
Alley.
enough.
Yeah, that
I was
we
going
can
to
walk.
bundle her into the thing.
I mean, do what you want.
No. We
Okay.
can. I'm going to pay him.
Sure.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll run up and make sure she's okay, and also, I mean, I guess congratulations on fighting a dragon and being fine, or not fine, but you know, not dead.
Let's
Well, it's not a con- it's
gather
not a dragon,
her up
though.
and other things up and get her the hell out of here and back to Baker's Alley. Is that the plan?
So there are people starting to come out of the nearby apartments, and it's like, where's the thing that's worth a big reward?
I don't know. I think it's over there.
Yeah, I think I saw 2 guys carrying it over that way already.
Doop-a-doo. Better throw this out.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to pick up the dummy.
Yeah. That's
Is it
all right,
roughly
yeah.
the same size as you?
It's probably bigger than me.
So I would like a
I'm
some
strong
sort
enough.
of
Yeah.
fool the townsfolk check, please, Paul.
Okie doke. That would be deception, I guess.
You may use that.
I've got good deception.
I don't.
He's the one who was doing it, though.
I know.
I guess my deception and my persuasion are both equally bad.
Here, let me put this in between the 2 of us for convenience.
Would you like to try deceiving them?
Hey, a 17. That's pretty good.
That's actually probably going to work. I think there's going to be like one skinny guy who's like, I think we should take that just to be on the safe side. And you guys are looking at him, and he's like, you know, he's this teenager who isn't quite level 1 yet.
Good point. We'll take it. We'll pick it up and
Thanks, kid.
Yeah, I'll get this dummy out of the road.
You should
Yeah.
you should use more specific articles next time when you're talking about things.
That sounds stupid. Why did you say that?
Just I'm channeling a little bit of Chelavar there.
yeah. So yeah, we'll pick up the dummy and I guess give Yavrin Sora whatever assistance Kava.
Yeah.
Whatever assistance she needs to, because she can like walk, right?
Yeah. She was hustling, but then once the thing went over, like you can see she's got some blood on her clothes,
And I feel like she was probably basically like, I am about to die. I just attacked it. I like.
Oh yeah.
It's like
the stupid is setting
it's
in.
like,
Yeah.
or it's just like I'm about to die. I might as well try to hit the dragon,
Right.
and then you win, and you're like, what?
Yeah, what? And then like, wow, that was really stupid. Like, I almost died, sort of thing. Yeah, is she okay?
Yeah, was the construct a thing that put the blood on her?
Oh, okay. So she starts just kind of babbling about what was going on.
Yeah.
So I was coming to see you guys because I thought, okay, we should figure out what's going on and what we're doing. And I had some thoughts, but they're kind of scattered right now. And as I was on my way there, I wasn't paying attention, and I took a shortcut through an alley, and I kind of forgot about Waterdeep. I've been away from Waterdeep for a while, and some people jumped me, and I was doing okay, but they were starting to get the better of me. And then Chelavar showed up because he somehow knew where I was, and so he helped out, and he got rid of very easily all the people who were hassling me. And then it turns out he was also coming to see you, so I was just trying to not let on that I was working against him now, because he thought I was still working for him. But because he thought I was still working for him, he was trying to give me life coaching, and I couldn't take it anymore.
I know that feel, man. It's a big mood we can all get behind.
So it wasn't that Chelavar attacked her. It was that Chelavar coached her too much
to take control of her own life, and then she did.
Yeah. Yeah, it is possible to badger somebody into.
Oh my god.
So now I kind of feel like maybe I should leave Waterdeep.
I mean, probably wouldn't be a bad idea to maybe take a trip, come back in a week or so.
Yeah, maybe I'll just go see what the next ship is leaving
See,
the harbor.
Are you carrying anything that Chelava put his crest on?
I mean, he gives out little
Oh, he does,
trinkets.
doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yes, I've got this little cute stone that he gave me. It's got his face on it. It's cute.
Yeah, I got a couple of those.
Yeah,
Dundee looks at the pouch of the
that's hanging out the dressmaker dummy.
hanging out the dressmaker dummy.
Well, you know, we do have the contents of that pouch right here. Shall we rate it?
Let's go. Let's find somebody who's willing to look the other way about what's in that pouch, and maybe take a slightly less favorable exchange rate on the goods, but get clean money.
Sure. I mean, let's like.
I wonder where we can find someone who will do that in Waterdeep.
How about we go back to our place, we sift through it and see what's there, and then we can pool all this stuff and see maybe there's stuff worth keeping and maybe there isn't. He already knows we have all of his stuff.
And your bracers of armor have his crest on them.
Yes, and we all just have stuff with his crest on it anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
So unless you want to get rid of your bracers of defense,
knows-
I guess is what he's saying.
He knows
Yeah.
where we're living anyway.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter if he knows where we are, but Havern Kava seems to want to get away.
Right, so I don't know if this was an in-character conversation, if
Yeah.
you're offering to split this with her, because otherwise she's going to the harbor. She's just on her way out at this point.
Do we? I can't remember if in character we know about how Chelavar can
Yes.
know where anything with
We
his
do.
crest is.
We
Okay.
do. We
Yeah.
just found out.
We should tell her that.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
should.
Yeah. Hold up.
Yeah, before you go on the run.
If
Right.
you're hoping to get away from Chelavar,
Uh-huh.
anything with his crest on it, he can know where that is.
She gives some choice swear words that I shall not reproduce.
Oh.
Fill in the blanks
Yeah.
on your own.
I agree with you.
Dundee makes some notes in this.
There's a few in there I've never heard of, being native to the Isles of Jelt.
I mean, like, here's the thing, is I do find Chelavar extremely motivating, but perhaps not in the way that he wishes to be so.
I mean, yeah, he motivated Yavrin Kava to attack him with a sword.
If there's anything that you'd like to dispose of, we could make sure that it just ends up in a place that he thinks you might be.
I feel like if I go down to the docks, I can probably swap my gem and my magic rock for a good passage and some cash.
Cool.
And then some sailor has my stuff.
Good call.
And I've got
Wouldn't
another...
he be on the same boat as you?
No. I would make sure he wasn't.
Okay.
Yeah. And
That works, as long as you for sure don't have anything on you. Yeah, I assume that would work.
Yeah, probably.
Would you be willing to trade your magic rock to one of us for some actual cash?
Yeah, what's her magic rock do?
We have so many of his magic. Why do we want more of his magic?
I
I don't know.
don't
We already have one. Why not have like a dozen?
What if that magic rock is more useful than the one that we have?
Yeah.
All right.
okay, so I don't off the top of my head remember which magic rocks you guys have. I can get you one that you don't already have.
That's
We'll
fair.
do it between
Sessions.
Yeah, she has used it recently, so you couldn't be using it right now anyway.
All right, that's fair.
Poor Yavrin Kava.
Well, okay,
Poor
but
stupid Yavrin Kava.
Yeah, actually, can I just say, so Yavrin Kava, I know you're talking about getting a ship. Maybe take like a tour, like come back in a week.
Visit
Because I
the
feel
more
like you're.
the other Yavrin, the rest of the clan.
Yeah, because I feel like your cousin is not doing a good job running the family.
Isn't it just the two of them? Aren't they the whole family?
there are
They're-
other family members who apparently have no interest in the business, according to
Right.
Yavrin Kava.
They're the only ambitious ones.
Interesting.
According to Yavrin Kava. So while I was stationed in Port Yanzaru, I got a magic item that I really don't want to use, but I can summon some giant burrowing fuego cats if I need to. So
Fuego Cat.
so the Fuego Cats were based on Smilodons. They were created by some mad wizard in Chult. And there's... I don't know if anybody's ever seen the base Fuego Cat. It's always like... I imagine your tribe fought a flying Fuego Cat. And it took you guys a week, your entire tribe, to kill the one flying Fuego Cat, because it says Smilodon on fire that's flying around... just hassling you, wanting to eat you.
Yeah.
Sounds like a jerk.
I don't think my tribe ever actually fought a flying Fuego Cat.
Oh, okay.
But I think there was I think there was a sort of a treetop. Well, it climbed trees. It was up in the top of the. It was annoying to get to. Was the problem? Even we can only stack so high. Eventually, did sort of like a net, climbed up, sort of like herded it into a net that we'd built across a couple trees. Yeah,
That's
I
very
remember that. Yeah.
How is it hurting cats?
It's a lot more difficult when they're large and on fire and can jump between trees.
So
I
wait,
wouldn't recommend it.
what is a burrowing fuego cat then?
Well, I haven't actually seen one, but I've got this magic item that'll summon some number, maybe half a dozen giant burrowing Fuego Cats.
And you don't want it, you say?
Well, I want it. I don't want to have to use it because that sounds desperate. But I'm hanging on to it for sure. I'm not offering this for sale.
Oh, I see.
I'm just
That's fair.
saying,
It's not-
I'm not defenseless is my point.
That's
Oh,
not the
okay.
stone.
I mean, maybe don't use that if you're on a ship.
It's
Yeah,
true.
that sounds like it could be bad.
Neat.
Anyway,
yeah.
Although maybe they burrow into the water, they go out and then they're just sad and damp.
Yeah, we've seen what happens
To damn cats.
to when you summon a fire-based
thing and
magical
put it in the water.
creature
And then
tell
make
to go
it
in the
stand in the river.
It was trying to help.
It becomes sad.
So, Yavrin Kava is going to head off toward the harbor.
All right.
Let's let her go.
I don't
then, yeah.
think there's any,
Namaste.
I don't think there's
Goofball.
anything Yavrin Kava has or can do for us that we care about at this point.
It's my understanding. No, I don't think. Wait, who did we throw money at in order to get the?
Yavrin Sora.
No, Jinsen.
Jinsen.
We give money
Sorry,
to
Dan.
Jinsen
Thank
to
you.
bribe a janitor
To get
or
the
something
scale.
to get the Chelavar's scale.
I hope that comes true. Yeah.
Weak.
We have to operate
we
on the
threw
assumption that it does.
An
gonna work.
unbelievable amount of money at the
Sure.
problem.
Yeah, that's fair.
I guess Yavrin Kava's one thing is that she's a connection to our dragon Malshaksa.
Yeah.
She's working for Malshaksa, but
She doesn't know how to get a hold of Malshaksa though, so like,
I hope that janitor sells that gemstone quickly.
right.
I think that janitor's gonna be moving to North Waterdeep,
There's no-
opening a cafe.
There's no reason to send Yavrin Kava to hey, maybe we could just send you directly to Malshaksa. Maybe that's just let her go.
yeah,
She's just going to get on the first ship out wherever it's going.
Let her
Okay.
do it. Yeah.
good call.
No reason to stop her.
All right, so you head back to the Flower Tower.
Yep.
Okay.
Is anyone waiting for us today?
This evening.
This evening.
Not this time this evening.
Oh.
It's been a long day of people being there and us not wanting to talk to them.
What a refreshing change of pace.
Yeah.
Yes. No one is there at all. Everything is dark. There's a note on the door.
Does the note say, "We are sold out, piss off"?
No.
Is it a note for us?
What does the note say?
The key is under the mat.
Oh.
Well, that's
Real
that's
secure.
not secure. All right.
Do you steal from a tiefling, though, just to be sure? Like, are you like,
Also, it's a bakery. Like, are you just looking to get flour?
sourdough starter?
Day olds.
Is there indeed a key under the mat?
Yes, there is.
Ooh, the mother.
Okay.
Oh, well, we don't need to lockpick then. All right, great.
All right. Oh, we'll go in
Sure.
and go out and
Wait, hold on, with caution. Other people could have done the same thing.
I'm going up to the room.
Let's bring the key in with us and lock the door behind us.
yes,
Sure.
I'm not going to put the key back under the.
Well, I'm just
You
saying
leave the
somebody
note on the
else
door.
might have.
Ooh, leave the note on the door.
Yeah.
And then put like a spring-loaded thing
No,
on
can
the
I, can I change the note so it says, "I realize that we are the only bakery operating in Baker's Alley right now, would go away"?
Well, I mean,
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, all those midnight scone looking for people.
Well, it's been a big
Stonglers.
day.
we call them.
Sconglers?
Yeah.
Sconglers.
Yeah.
That's what we turned Bebo into, a scongler.
Not sure.
Right, moving on.
Sometimes you're clever and I give you inspiration, but then sometimes there are other times.
Sometimes you don't get inspiration.
All right, let's go upstairs and that dressmaker's dummy has Chelivar's crest on it, doesn't it?
Of course.
Okay, good. Let's dump out that pouch and see what we found.
I think Chelivar is going to be like, I better go check up on all my magic items. And then check, and goes through checking
You
all
said
of them out.
yes. Dale did, I know Dale always says yes, but Dale didn't actually confirm the dressmaker's dummy has Chelivar's crest on it.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, okay.
So there is.
Chelivar seems like the kind of person who puts labels on his underwear that says Chelivar Dragon.
Yeah, Chelivar.
But yeah, when Chelivar checks where his magic items are, he's going to be like, they're all in the same place. I gave these to people like all over the place, and now they're all in the same spot. That's weird.
My trained dwarven eye tells me that there's 1,350 gold points worth of different gems sitting in this thing.
Wow.
Holy moly.
And there's an abundance of these wonderful little magic stones that he has. And as far as I can, there's some interesting effects. For example, did you ever want to have +2 bonus to your strength for an hour?
Yes.
Well, here, you could carry that around. It would let you do that. Did you want to...
So it takes you a short rest to
Yeah.
find out what each of these
Yeah.
do.
There's a
So
whole bunch
over the
of
course
things
of the
here.
evening,
We can figure out what they all
So
do.
this stone, yeah. So they all have Chelivar's crest.
They
He-
sure
He
do.
knows where we live anyway, so it's not a big deal. But
All the like gems have it as well, right?
Yeah.
once per 10 day, you can shout, Chelivar is strong, to get a +2 bonus to your strength for an hour.
There are a lot of different effects and a lot of different things. I'll pass these around so we can look at them. But my favorite is you can lead a group of no fewer than 5 people in a dance. Yes. Celebrating Chelivar's greatness to cast Remove Disease. That sounds good.
That's great.
The dance must last a minimum of 5 minutes. Maybe not something you do in combat.
This is more like forced calisthenics,
Anyway,
like
here.
a Japanese company. Like, you know,
If we sing and dance at the same time, we can maybe do 2 things at once. I don't know.
maybe we could make up a little song. Chelivar, Chelivar, he's our dragon boy.
I already
like-
have to shout his praises to get inspiration if I want it. That might happen. So.
Oh, that's
I
pretty
just
good.
like the idea of you go, Chelivar is strong, and then attack Chelivar.
I mean, there's no asterisks on that gem, is there?
No? No sort of-
Sorry, Bonton, I know that you just told me what all these do, but could you repeat that last one?
Oh yes, this one, I can heal 3d8 points of damage by using the stone. The downside is I must destroy 10 pounds of sugar to do it.
What?
sugar is not leading you to be your best self.
No, it's just delicious.
Yep.
Wow.
Could have used that maybe in a bakery explosion.
I like this one. Once per 10 day, you can convince 4 other people to join you in shouting, Chelivar is great, in unison, to all feel calm, happy, and enthusiastic to engage in hard work for 10 minutes. Doesn't actually do anything. You're okay with,
Yeah, feeling calm.
with doing hard work for
You
10
gotta
minutes.
scrub out a bog?
Straight up,
I've got good news for you.
calm emotions is a spell I can cast.
Yeah, I mean,
so
if,
that's
if
letting
there's
you do that.
a fear effect or something, that'll help out.
Yeah,
Anyway, so they're a bunch of magic rocks.
we'll figure them out.
Cool.
we have discussed the possibility of dealing with the positive energy plane thing. You guys have given me 4 different ways that you might deal with it, so I prepped all 4.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
What were the?
We're not very
Would you
good
like me to
towards
review
DM.
the 4?
Sure. What did we say we were gonna do?
Well, you didn't, but the 4 options you've discussed are ignore it completely,
Yep.
Sounds nice.
send Donde to the positive energy plane using Jinsen's thing, having him attuned to the soul box,
Yep.
and then raising him from the dead afterward.
The soul box is here,
Empty
like in
now.
our room, right?
Yeah, we have it still.
It's badly singed, but it's intact. You talked about maybe giving Burlap the thing you borrowed from Malshaxa and finding a way to send him
Right.
to the positive energy plane where he would theoretically thrive. And you also talked about going to the local church of Baranar Truesilver and seeing if they had some method of allowing you to put something on the positive energy plane.
Yeah, or barring that, if there's a way they could bring Donde back before he explodes from happiness. But
That
Jesus,
doesn't sound so
I
bad.
mean,
What if we just like?
it's so much easier just to send Donde.
Yeah, because the thing is, how do we send Burlap? Because he's like we. How do we even get him to the positive energy plane? Like, because he doesn't have a taste of the positive energy in him. He hasn't had that nip.
Right.
Yes, you'd have to find some way of doing it. You could theoretically throw money at the problem again,
Yeah.
especially since you might be sending him on a one-way trip.
I don't like that.
Like, you would theoretically get him to consent to it first.
Yeah. Well,
yes. Yeah.
yeah. It's kind of the hope.
How does Donde feel about this?
So, Don is looking at this like little mark on the back of his hand, the gold
Yeah.
from the.
Was it a claw?
Yeah, I thought
Oh,
you
yeah,
dipped
it
your
was
finger
claws,
in it.
right.
It's where he touched the,
Where
the
I
gold
there-
viscous fluid.
There was
Yeah.
this viscous gold fluid that he touched back in the Samola Plateau that gave him a little positive energy boost.
And you like instantly gained 1 experience point? What is
That's
Yeah.
why
Just
he has
ding.
1 more experience point than you have.
Right.
Ah, sucker.
It hasn't worked out to be
No, it has-
relevant yet, but
Yeah, someday.
someday, yeah.
And so, yeah. Let's just thinking about like the like. I mean, none of us knew the thing called the positive energy plane even like was a thing
True.
up until very recently. Positive energy sounds really good.
Do you?
I mean, yeah.
Would he remember
Like-
anything after if we like raised him from the dead? So that would be like a reason for Donde to go.
Because that would be, because you it's not like you lose your memory from like some time to when you died, right?
So when Bebo died and you brought him back, he remembered everything right up until the point of his death.
Right. So I could find out all about the positive energy plane that nobody knows about.
But if you take your journal and write it all down in your journal's not coming back when you get raised.
Right. So I just have to remember it.
You have to go nude.
How?
Or
Who
wear
could tell?
clothes that you don't mind losing.
There's that as well.
He's very fluffy.
And I could, think about all I could be the first one to draw what the positive energy plane looks like.
Mm-hmm.
I could show everybody what it looks like there. What all the like crazy positive energy creatures look like.
And even if it's perhaps beyond your drawing scope, we know a talented painter in the bakery across the way.
He's good at working in the abstract. So
But you guys,
So to clarify, the plan is that you attune to this box,
Yeah.
and then we send you in there with the assumption that you will die.
temporarily,
But we promise to bring you back.
And then
you guys have got a promise.
Yeah.
and then we raise dead
the box.
your soul from this box.
Yes.
Donde?
Assuming that all works,
Yeah.
I'll have so much cool stuff to talk about. I'll be able to go and to the other, all the other tabaxi will be like, oh, you got to see that?
You'll be the only one. That's actually a good point.
I'll be the only tabaxi. I'll be the only anybody.
Yeah.
Like, nobody's gone there and come back.
Oh, I'm sure somebody's gone there.
I don't know.
Shut your face. Nobody's gone there.
Inspiration.
When you die
Why would they? Yeah.
and you come back, like
I hadn't even heard about this place.
like on Raised Dead, right? Does anything bad happen? Like, because obviously, if I die and I come back with like as an undead, but when you come back as Raised Dead, nothing bad happens. You just come back as like the way you were.
Mostly, you have a period of adjustment after you come back with Raised Dead,
Right.
where you kind of suck at everything for a little while. Now, the church can overcome this with a spell called Greater Restoration. You would somehow have to find valuable gems because that's a component for the spell. And if you're having your church do this, the clerics of Baranar, True Silver, prepare their spells at dawn, including you.
Oh, it's late.
So if they're going to be preparing Raised Dead and or Greater Restoration in the morning, it would be necessary for them to know that before dawn.
We got to go to church.
Now?
Yeah. Well, yes. Now. If,
I don't know why I'm still carrying this dummy.
right. So the most likely thing is we go to church and give them gems and convince them to prep Greater Restoration so that when we can send you, we could do that tonight. We could send you tonight.
How
And,
long does it take to attune to a box?
oh, like
Yeah,
an hour.
It takes.
Oh.
So
I don't want to. Yeah. I mean, it's scary sending you. The plan being send you in there to die and resurrect you. But I feel a little bit better than just send Burlap in there forever.
I think he'd like it there.
Well, he would. It's the
Maybe.
plane of positive energy.
Of course he'd
I
like
would
it.
like it there.
Everyone would like it there. Just we would die and he wouldn't.
Yeah.
And he'd be.
I mean, why don't we, if Dante comes back and he's like, it was even better than I thought, it was all jelly donuts all the way down, we could just say, hey, Burlap, do you like being like a weird burlap thing? And if he's like, I mean, I've been better.
We can call him a Modron. We know what he is now.
All right, we could be like, hey, Burlap, do you like being a Modron in disguise? And if he's like, man, like there's some ups and there's some downs, is probably what he'd say.
Do the voice.
Wait, what does his voice say?
I like being a beanbag.
He's not. He's not the guy from
Hold
Fat
on,
Albert.
Mora doing Burlap's voice. Well, I guess there's some ups and downs, I suppose, but it's not so bad.
It's more
what
gravelly.
do you need? Well, but this is Mora doing the voice.
Oh, I see.
This is
What
Kathleen
do you
doing Mora
need?
doing the voice.
I guess, and we say, Burlap, my friend, my buddy, my fixer. Since we are possibly pissing off forever after this, but let's give you one parting gift of sending
We'll
you
be
to
right
the
back.
plane of positive energy, from which there is no escape, but it's rad. Says Dante.
So-
I think he might be into it. Burlap seems
Yeah.
like the kind of dude who's open to new experiences.
Yeah.
Forever.
We'll ask him when we're done doing this.
Sure.
See if he's into it.
I like the idea of it's like, one of the ideas was we'll send Burlap back forever, and he can't come back. But at the end, maybe we'll just send him there forever, and he can't come back anyway, even if we don't need anything from him.
We ask him. We're like, hey,
Okay.
what's up, man?
Yeah,
It's like going to Florida if Florida existed in the D&D world.
and yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't want to be stuck in Florida forever and never be able to come back.
Yeah, but he wouldn't notice the humidity. He's a Modron.
Great.
Anyway,
we got to go to church.
All
Not
right.
really particularly religious.
more of like a spiritualness rather than like a specific religion.
My mom always says that like gods are just people who got big ideas and got ahead of themselves.
I promise you, we don't need your buy-in for this.
Okay, cool.
So you don't have to. You don't have to pray the prayers or clap your hands or do anything like that. All we need is I need to go to church, and you might as well come with me because why not? It sounds like fun. You get to see how the other people live. That's exciting, right, Dante? You're about to see how nobody lives.
So, so you're a priest or a cleric of this.
I'm a cleric of Baranar True Silver.
Is that a particular? Is that a big in Chult, or is he like one of the only
She.
followers? No, but are you one of the only followers of of hers in Chult.
When I got nailed with the cleric thing, I didn't know what was happening. It's not like there was church and whatever going on, but when it was like, hey, you have now additional powers where you can heal people and do whatever. It was like, oh, then I guess I'll be a medic. I'll help heal people. It wasn't until I started adventuring with you guys, I'm like, there's something bigger going on. I must be a cleric. And then so I haven't really gone to church. This will be a first thing for me.
Maybe you could downplay the whole
being a bit of a weird,
Necromancer
weird heathen of Chult with I don't even know how this is going to go down when I walk in.
What if we get you a big oven mitt from Smiley Truly Goods, Friendly Truly Goods?
I'm a cleric of that god. I don't think they're going to turn me away from showing up.
I mean, the fact that
probably not.
the fact that all your cleric powers work
yeah.
means that you're okay with the god. Like,
Yeah,
the god
that's
is
true.
cool.
The god's cool with me, and these are my friends, so it's gonna let us all come in.
If anybody asks about the arm, just say it's eczema.
It's kind of always been my
Bad
plan.
things can happen to nice clerics.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's like it was either this or lose it altogether, and well, fine.
You should have asked for a rad tail.
I don't know where this church is. I'm assuming we can ask a coach and they'll take us to it.
Sure.
Let's do that. Let's get a coach and.
Might cost you 2 silver.
Oh my goodness. Should we? God, we need to rest too. Should
You must
Dundee-
have had a short rest because you
know
knew what a
the
bunch of the stones did.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
And I guess during that short rest, I'm attuning to the box too.
Cool.
Yeah. So we will take it as read that you've already attuned to the box.
Mora has made. Can I say during the
I'm
rest,
assuming
Mora
that's what
has made a pamphlet called "The Plane of Positive Energy in You," and it's got.
But
some
it's blank
stuff.
at the moment.
Well, no,
Just we
no.
don't know
She's
anything.
got some stuff that she's like intuited, and she's gonna give that to Burlap the next time she sees
it
him.
has energy. It's positive.
It's just like a picture of Burlap with like waves emanating out of him, and he's going radical.
Wow.
I slept mostly, I think. Anyway,
For an hour?
for about an hour, I'm sure I had a bit of a nap.
And you woke up and you were like, I know what all those stones do.
Yeah,
Is that how that works?
I immediately woke up and said that. You
get-
thought it was really weird.
You get 1 per short rest.
Yeah, that's fair.
But you could have learned about 1 in a short rest.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
So you're in the coach because you're willing to part with 2 silver.
Yep.
And you're going to the Church of Baranar True Silver.
Yes.
Now, she is one of the most important dwarf deities. She is kind of the mother of the dwarf people. So you get there, and there are actually a bunch of people streaming into the church.
At this time of night.
Yes, there's some sort of midnight service.
Okay. In this part of the country.
Yeah.
Huh. It's an awfully big. Well, it's a temple, isn't it? It's a
Yeah.
cathedral. Yeah, I was not expecting this. Rather, I was not expecting this.
Wow,
So-
you have a cool god.
She's a bit
go-
of a big deal.
Go on, Ponton. Introduce us to God.
You can call her Baranor. I'm sure she'll be fine with that.
So there are ushers who are escorting you in, and they're surprised to see the 3 of you, but they're welcoming, and they have some pamphlets. So if you need to know when to clap and when to do the prayers, these will tell you when to do what. They're all written in dwarf.
Is almost everybody going in as a dwarf?
Yes,
Almost everybody but the 3 of us.
probably.
Yeah.
Good sight.
I asked the usher. It's like,
Yes.
"Yeah, pardon me. I just came in to ask a favor. Is there? Could I speak with one of the acolytes or maybe one of the lesser priests? I just need to ask them a favor for when they prep their spells for tomorrow. Can I do that?
Yes. Do you want me to delay the service so that one of them can come out? And how important is this?
How long is the service?
Half an hour.
Hey guys, we're all going to enjoy a service here in my cathedral.
Is it all
Okay.
in dwarf?
Yes.
I'll do my best to provide some sort of play-by-play.
Oh, please don't talk during the service.
Damn it. I'm sorry.
I don't feel the need to play out this half-hour service.
Don't.
Can I just work on my own pamphlet?
If any of you have anything you'd like to contribute to the half hour, there are times when clearly you're supposed to be clapping in certain rhythms, and there are some chants that are very pretty.
I have been to services like this where I'm like, what is going on? Why
With
are you
consent.
standing up? What's going in your mouth?
Yeah.
With consent, can I stack up on you so I can see a damn thing?
I'll sit on the edge of the aisle, and then yes, you can sit
Thank
on my,
you.
Yes.
Is this one of them serve? Hey, Bondin, does your god serve food?
What, like communion wafers or something? I mean, those aren't really food.
So the half hour passes, and then people are saying goodbye and wishing them prosperity. Oh, prosperity be with you. Prosperity be with you. Oh, prosperity.
Prosperity to you
To
too.
you as
And
well.
you.
Yeah.
And they're filing out of the midnight service.
All right.
And
We're not. We're sticking behind a little bit.
okay, so I feel like this was probably really educational for you. So,
You're like, that's what we believe?
Bondin, give me the TLDR. All I got was that two people were doing a dance at one point.
She's the Baronor Trusilva is the mother of hearth and home, which is what makes me which gives me the divine domain of life and healing, and so the actions of the dances and the chant, mostly the dances, but the chanting is meant to channel a good feeling and positive and family, which has helped to make people feel as if they are at home, even if they're in a place that's far away from everywhere else. This really is all it's about. The more abstract, esoteric things beyond that, we could sit here for an hour and I could try to explain it to you, but even I don't have that good an understanding of it at this point. I really just more understand the feeling of it.
I like their robes.
They're pretty good, aren't they?
Yeah.
I mean, I like my robe too, but it's very white and with lots of filigree and
Lots
stuff.
of brocade.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they don't look practical. You take that into one sewer and you're going to be like, oh, that's a dry clothing bill.
I bet no matter what your denomination, priests and Chult don't wear white robes
I
most of the
imagine
time.
most of it is like giant spider silk. It looks like. It's,
so
So
Zora Tremble is the woman who seemed to be in charge and leading the service.
yeah.
Zora Tremble.
Okay.
And so she's the highest level cleric of Baronar Truesilver, to put it in game mechanics terms.
Okay. At least here in
Highest
Waterdeep.
level.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. At least here. In
Associated with this building.
All right. So, I guess we all go up to her and
I mean, you do
seek
the
an
talking.
audience. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do the talking. Charisma of 8. Here we go.
I mean, I can sidle in and try to help if you want.
If that becomes necessary, I don't even know if I'm in character or not at this point.
Don't rush on it.
Bondin, let me know
Yes.
if you need a hand. People love me, or at least agree to what I'm saying, so I'll stop talking at them.
That's very self-aware of you, Mora.
I've grown a lot on this trip.
God, I don't want to refer to her by her first name, but
So Zora Tremble is kind of a formal name.
oh, I see. So, Zora Tremble, thank you for allowing us to come in and join you for this service. It was a wonderful. In fact, it was my first as since becoming a cleric of Baronor Truesilver. I had a wonderful time, and my friends who though did not
thought he was
speak
gonna downplay
Dwarven
that.
really enjoyed their time here too.
Well, thank you for
Kind of been odd.
coming to this service. Are you here about the arm? I could try to remove disease on that tomorrow if you like.
It's been with me for a while, and in fact, I'm not sure there's much I can do about it. But
And she casts a spell, and she's looking at the arm. She says, "Oh dear. All right, this is a bigger job than I thought. All right, I think what I'd like to do is to sequester you here in the temple."
Hey, whoa!
well,
Hey, ladies.
Zora, here's the thing. We're trying to get a little work
tuck
done in the
Mora's
city first.
tail
And so
into the back of her
before we decide to sequester me, We're wondering, could I make a request of you for tomorrow, for when you're preparing your spells for the day? Because we have a friend who is in need of greater restoration, and we're wondering if you would be able to prepare that for tomorrow, so that we might make use of that.
Greater restoration will put a significant drain on the materials of our temple. Are you able to assist with those, or are you coming to me for charity?
We could assist. What do you need? What
We'd be
materials do you need?
more than happy to assist.
So I'm afraid that the components for the spell will cost at least 1,000 silver in diamond dust.
Let me consult with my colleagues. 1,000 silver? That's about...
In diamond dust?
That's 100 gold.
Do we have to
Yeah.
provide the diamond dust, or
No.
just... Oh.
Yeah.
They're just hoping that. So she was saying, are you asking for charity, or are you?
How big of
thinking
a tip do we want to get? We got 125 or 175 gold.
Well, and are you going to ask her to prepare raised dead,
Oh, we
or
could
do
do
you
that
want to
too.
use up your scroll?
Let's ask her to prepare Raised Dead.
If we've got the option, we might as well,
Yeah.
yeah.
So that's going to be 5,000 silver
Total?
in diamond dust.
Fo-
No.
5,000 and
Yes.
Which is how much
500
gold?
GP.
600 total.
So 600 total, which we, I believe, have.
Yeah, we can definitely do that.
Yeah.
There. Those gems is 600 exactly.
Would this be enough to cover the expenses that you would incur?
Well, I would have to get these appraised. If they're not, then we can give charity. Now, this is just covering our material expenses. I do feel like if you are a cleric, then we might have some work for you to do.
I would be more than happy to do work on behalf of the church.
Excellent. Well, then I will prepare these 2 spells for tomorrow morning, and
It's not immediate work, is it? It's not something I have to do tonight, is it?
no, it's something down the road.
Oh, okay, yes, I'd be more than happy to Baron or True Silver a favor.
I wouldn't think of it as owing anybody a favor. I think that we are building the community. I am going to build the community by preparing these spells at no charge, but you are going to build the community by putting yourself at the disposal of those in need.
Right.
We're like standing behind her, like,
And I will have to think about that arm. I
I-
don't like the look of it.
I would love to hear more about my arm later, if it's bothering you that much.
Well, we'll see what happens.
I hope I leave this entire thing with another arm, at least. Some sort of arm, at least. Okay.
I feel like if if she fixes the arm, it's more like the arm is a symptom, right?
Yeah, it's an outward
It's
appearance.
it's
of
a symptom of your level of gigglemancer. Gigglemancery.
Which, I mean, let's be honest, I haven't actually used yet. But still.
That's a stat boost.
Yeah, but think of it this way: if nothing else, like you could probably frighten children with it, get them to do your bidding.
Which is a good way to build the community, keep everybody in line.
Yeah, exactly.
You
Like,
have a natural attack with it.
That's also true. That's
yeah,
right.
I feel like what you could do is you could be like, "Hey, Baron or True Silver, don't piss her off, or he'll end up like me with a nasty case of eczema and able to shoot lightning bolts out my fingers." That's probably going to do more than, "Hey, have this generic feeling of homeliness."
I'm glad we're having this conversation out of character.
should,
Oh, this is
Not in the
This
church.
is in the coach on the way back to the flower tower, maybe?
Oh, probably.
it's weird that you haven't taken up the calling for Baron or True Silver yourself, Maura. That's,
Like I said, I was not raised religiously. My mom always said that gods are just adventurers who got big heads.
I mean, are the statues to scale?
ones
Very
in
big
what?
heads then.
Yeah. No, I'm asking you.
Oh, me. Oh, this.
What? No. I
thought you meant the statues in the cathedral.
think
I'm
a
sorry.
joke got lost.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I
Let's
have
get
no
back
idea
to
what
the
you're talking
flower
about.
tower.
We're back at the flower tower.
Surprise.
So, next step
You've attuned to the box.
in Project Explode Dande through happiness
Wait,
Le très grand mort.
is we have to talk to Ginseng. She's got the actual thing to go to
no,
the.
we got it all, didn't we?
No, she has the actual thing to go to the positive.
She had it when you were talking to her. I don't remember whether you collected it.
I thought we
and-
collected it.
Okay.
I honestly don't
Oh.
remember.
I see no reason why you couldn't have collected it. You were just talking to her this evening at the place where she keeps her stuff.
Yeah, I think we can hand wave that away. Let's just say because of we gave her money to take care of the problem. She gave us the things. So
we gave
could
her all
do
this,
we're
the other
supposed
stuff
to.
from Melchaxa and
Yeah.
the blood
Oh, yeah. Hey, can I nip out for like 5 minutes?
Yes.
Try to get something?
before we try to explode Dande.
Yes.
Can we-
All on your own.
Do we have the thing
I
that
am a
needs to be
strong, independent NILF.
I believe
taken
you.
to the positive energy plane?
Well, that's what we were just discussing, and none
Okay.
of us can remember whether you asked her for it, but there's no reason you couldn't have, and I'm saying fine, you asked
Okay.
her for it.
Great. Cool.
Because there's the thing and then there's the actual like
What do you need to nip out
whatever
for?
the magic item
get
is that
Dande a
actually
present.
transfers.
That sounds like.
So
more
there's the great big thing that you have to put the blood in. No, that you have to put the scale in. She put the blood on this thing, and it worked.
Right. Do we need the scale before we take the thing to the positive energy plane?
No.
Okay. So the thing that needs to go to the positive energy plane is all ready to go. We've got it. We just
Okay.
need to take. Okay.
Yeah, that sounds right to me then. And we
Okay.
have it, and we're good to go.
What's going to be open at this time of night?
There's got to be some sort of corner store in Chalttown.
Well, we had to wait till the morning anyway, don't we? I guess we don't.
Depends how long you want to stay dead.
That's true. I don't want to stay dead.
Let's wait till morning.
Let's wait till morning.
Well, in that case, I'll definitely go out when they're selling the newspapers first thing in the morning.
Okay.
All right. So that means that there's this huge lineup. You probably have time to help in the bakery again.
Oh, good.
'Cause the bakery's super busy.
Right. It's still the only open bakery. And have they done anything with tempting tarts now that they don't
yeah, they
have
can-
to bake bread every day?
And they can maintain their temperature. They can actually like bake bread well, theoretically.
They don't know how to bake.
Yeah, it's closed today.
Okay.
There's a lot of activity going on in the 3 dwarf bakeries, but they are also closed.
But they're still under siege mode.
Yeah, and there's lots of like black smoke coming out, and you can see that there's shipments of coal coming in and raw
It's just-
materials.
Just
How is
one
this-
one giant loaf of bread is gonna come.
How is this sustainable? They haven't been selling anything for like 2 days.
Is there somebody from like the city works department like giving them a further like stop work notice on their like fortification?
right.
So there was a problem with their fortifications underground, and they have received that notification.
Excellent.
They've
Whether
al-
anything's been done
yeah.
is.
Whatever they're doing is definitely not up to code.
Yeah. Holy crap.
They don't even have a code for this.
So you want to go shopping?
I want to go very briefly shopping to like the equivalent of like a corner store or
Sure.
something. All right. I look around. Okay. I grab some dried fish.
Okay.
And are there any notebooks or like quills or anything here?
You're the one making up the store.
It's like a Lawson, so there's probably
Yeah,
lots
okay.
of them stationary.
Perfect. It's a Japanese convenience store, so
awesome.
I'm gonna grab
Nice.
Dande a package of dried fish. I'm going to grab him some pig's ears,
Okay.
turkey, which are technically for dogs, but they probably would.
Work
Cats
for
might like
cats,
those
too?
too. A knife.
Take it out of the packaging.
Yeah. A nice thing, and a hairnet.
All right.
A nice book. The nicest book I can find, and I'm going to pay for it all, and I'm going to run back.
All right. That'll cost you several gold, like 5.
Okay, great. More probably gives the person a tip.
Yeah.
I grab one of the empty flour sacks that clearly they've emptied because of all the baking that's been going on.
Uh-huh.
And I cut the arms and the head out of it so that Dande will have something to wear for his modesty when he goes on his trip to the positive energy plane.
I was just gonna wear like some robe.
I wasn't thinking about that. I was just doing you a kindness.
You can get all sorts of flour all over your fur then.
You don't have to wear. Yeah.
like I have a couple pair like robes.
Just
that-
spare
it's
robes?
It's not like that are like cheap, just robes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you get back and you have all the stuff.
All right, Donde. Hi. You're going to the plane of positive energy. So I want, and
So
then you're
you're
going to
going
die, but then you're coming back. So I want to make sure that you feel good when you come back. So when you come back to life, when we raise you from the dead, I got you some dried fish to eat and some pig ears to chew on in case you need some salt. I figured I didn't need to buy you a flask of water because they have that here. But I also got you a brand new notebook in case the positive energy plane has so much stuff you need to make an index to your current one.
Awesome.
Here's a hairnet as well, because you should probably be using one when you're helping in the bakery. That's not related to the whole positive energy thing.
And I made you this.
I thought you were gonna say like I need a hairnet so I don't get hair over the positive energy plane.
I think it would be great if you get hair in the positive energy plane. Can you imagine if that's how things reproduce in the positive energy plane? Like a hairball comes off you because you like scratch it behind your ears and like a whole new Donde pops up and goes, this is amazing, but then probably also explodes. I don't know. I haven't been there. It's probably great though. So here's all some presents. I hope you're not too dehydrated when you get back. I'm gonna miss you.
There we go. Yeah. I was kind of waiting for
Oh.
that part to kick in because Mora's just a bundle of nerves.
All right. Well,
I made you this, and I hand him a sack with holes in it.
So I'm guessing this is after the rush.
Yeah.
You worked in
Yeah.
the bakery, you did the rush, things
Yeah.
have calmed down.
all right.
Max says, I didn't get you any presents. Sorry. Don't stay dead long.
I'm counting on it.
Can Mora sniff and then pick up Kevin and use him to wipe away?
So, what's actually the thing that will make me go to the positive energy plane? Is it like a potion or something, or is it a talisman or what?
Yeah, so you have, it's rectangular, but it tapers at one end, and you just activate it like a magic item. You take it and you concentrate, and because you have the connection to the positive energy plane, it's going to take you there. Anyone could take it and activate it, but without that, it's undirected. It would just send you to some random plane.
Ugh.
Would I?
That sounds terrifying.
Does it come with me?
Y-
In the sense that, like, is this gonna leave it there, or is it gonna leave it?
it's going to leave it here.
Then leave it here.
This
Okay.
is Jensen's.
right.
We could trick someone into going somewhere very nasty.
Not all planes are
Or
nasty.
anywhere.
I mean, they'd have to sit there and really think about
Can
it.
you imagine if somebody got sent to a plane where there was no magic at all? That would suck.
It does.
Yeah. It's 8 a.m. and Mora's having deep thoughts. What instead of magic, they relied on little electronic sparks marching through wires to power everything. How dull that would be.
Yeah.
That's just silly.
Yeah.
All right.
Everyone subsists on hot takes.
So, okay, well, I guess no putting it off any further here.
Wait. Do we know exactly what you're supposed to do when you get there?
You have a thing, you're taking it with you, you drop it.
It doesn't have to be like activated or
It just
anything.
needs to be there.
Yeah.
It needs to be there. Okay.
Have you been to the bathroom, Donde?
Yes. Been to the bath.
I've heard the positive energy plane is a nice place. Let's leave only footprints.
And the thing we have to leave there
Yeah, and also the thing.
for
Yeah.
this whole plan to work.
Imagine when he explodes due to happiness that he won't make a mess. Leave the fresh scent of fine.
Or Donde, he doesn't smell that
Oh,
bad.
he does. He smells pretty good.
For a giant cat.
Takes good care of himself.
All right. Well, Mora, thanks for the presents. You are a truly unique individual, despite all the people trying to copy you. Very unique. Tail high five.
Boosh. Kevin says bye-bye.
Bye, Kevin. Snack. I hope you find somebody worthy to stack upon at some point.
I hope so too.
Bonton,
I don't know, man.
It's fine. I won't take it personally.
Just going with what he says.
Bonton, you are the best cleric / necromancer / gigglemancer I've ever known.
I'll take that as it's intended.
I'm not sure Dande likes us as much as we think he does. Judging on these tearful goodbye.
I think he's being
And-
very sincere.
And I really, really hope that you can bring me back to life.
So do I.
Me too.
Putting a lot of faith in my God here. You have no idea.
All right. Oh, and my name is Golden Dandelion Gale. Activate.
What?
What does that mean?
That's his full name. Remember when he said that he had a full name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should be doing this in character. That's his full name.
Is that significant in any way?
Well, he didn't tell us it. He hasn't told anyone it before. Now we know what it is.
Okay, when we bring him back to life, we have to ask him why he told us that.
Because he thought he was gonna die.
Temporarily.
Guess
I'm not a tabaxi.
in case he can't come back, then we need to be able to tell his. You know what? I don't know who we tell.
I'm not sure when we get to your scene.
We need to take this box. Let's get in a coach and get to
No,
the
I'm
cathedral.
like, I got the box.
Good. Let's get to the cathedral.
Just
I
pick
want to
up
be able to do this as
snacks.
fast as we can. So we all go downstairs with the box and get in a coach and start going to the cathedral.
Yes.
Right. So the trick is, presumably, I don't show up in the box until I'm dead.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I'm watching this thing like a hawk.
But time passes differently on the positive energy plane than on the material plane,
Ooh. Okay.
which I guess you didn't know about, and probably still don't, because how would you? So,
I don't have a clock.
right. So you appear in a very, very bright, featureless, groundless place of kind of just golden white. And you feel amazing.
It's going to be difficult to sketch.
That's your first thought.
Like, oh, crap.
When you thought about a plane, you thought a literal plane you could stand on, right? Like,
I thought there would be something to look at.
Because the word plane does imply 2 dimensions, but there's nothing like that.
okay.
I feel like your fur is tingling.
Ooh. Is the box, like, light up or anything? Or the thing that I'm... Does it appear to have activated?
No. I mean, it doesn't look any different, if that's what you're asking.
Right. So I'm, like, floating?
Yes.
So I guess if I let it go, does it just kind of float there?
Yeah.
Ooh.
You're feeling better, and you're feeling better. And
Hello?
You're feeling better.
Anybody there?
It's just kind of empty, but you feel so good. You're so happy.
It's
It
like,
could be worse.
it's like, hey, I wonder if there's anybody there. Hello? There's nobody there. This is everything
Awesome.
is like, there's no downside to anything.
Everything is awesome.
Yeah.
That's just playing on loop.
So play out the scene, I guess.
Yeah. Initially, slight disappointment that there isn't anything to see.
But that
Or
surely doesn't last long.
No, but because there's the feeling you get when you get hit by like a healing burst or healing magic that is like, woo,
And it's
that's
just
nice.
amping up.
And it's
Just more and more and more.
more. Woohoo! It's like going down like a water slide, like times a million.
Yeah, because if you're going like a roller coaster, you have like the woo, and
Yeah.
like bottom, but there's no, it just woo.
Yeah, going down a
There's
roller
no-
coaster forever.
There's no bottoming out. There's
Yeah.
no. It's just.
And then I guess you just like, is it just like explode or fade out? Sort of. I imagine consciousness just kind of.
That's a good point, because how would you know?
I think consciousness just kind of like turns into. You almost sort of would, I guess, becomes sort of.
There's no barrier between you and what's all around you.
Yeah, you just kind of become the universe or whatever, and just kind of whatever was previously considered your consciousness.
You feel great, you taste great, you see great, you are great.
And then I think consciousness at some point ceases, and And you can't see what happens to your body, so I guess we don't need to describe that.
Right. And I guess the little box that you guys are holding starts blinking or whatever it does.
So now that you've seen the box both full and empty, you recognize when it becomes full again.
Thank you. Okay.
For some
there he
reason,
is.
I'm kind of imagining like the things from Ghostbusters, like
trap?
Yeah, just kind of like it's like little smoke coming out of it. Like
It's warm.
He was warm, yes.
No, I mean,
No, as a thing that tends to it has more energy in there now than there was before, right? So
there's a whole person in here.
exactly. So don't drop it.
Can Mora
No.
start crying?
Yeah,
Well,
you can.
it's better, it's better that I'd be worried if this thing didn't start glowing or being warm or whatever. At least now we know where he is. Such
Wait,
as
do we
he
still have
is.
the wand? Can we use Speak Dead?
Well, we've used it too recently.
Could I just say some soothing?
It's the soul that can't
Oh.
talk.
you can't use it on the same.
Oh.
Yeah, wand is 3 charges. It's nothing about you can only use it so many times.
Oh.
So I could use it again.
You could theoretically use this
mean,
wand
we're-
of Speak Dead to
We're
talk to
about
Dante.
to
Yeah.
about to raise
There's a way to speak to the dead forever, which is
Yeah.
just make them not dead.
This would be the time, if he hadn't already told us his name, this would be the time to ask.
You can still lie. Can't you?
Yeah, you could mislead. All right, let's be at the cathedral then.
All right.
All right.
So there's an usher, and it's like, service is at noon.
We came to see Zora Trimble. We were here last night, and we asked if she could cast Raise Dead and Greater Restoration on our friend.
Is she expecting you at this hour?
Well, she would be preparing spells, and we asked them to be prepared for this morning. So yes,
I'll go see.
yes, please.
And you are left outside.
Okay.
She's gonna be like, no, I don't remember that conversation at all.
I have more gems.
I will kick the door open and be displeased.
Oh, please don't.
So a beggar hears you shouting that and waving around the gems. It's like, alms?
Yes. Go away.
Which one was that?
50 GP.
Nice.
I don't need it.
All right.
Don't tell
So,
your friends.
But
But
that's
share
gonna
it
work.
with them. It's considered a gift from Baron True Silver.
So as the army of beggars is descending upon you,
Oh God.
the door opens up and this way, please.
Okay. We all go inside with the box.
Closed door.
Can I put a hat
you're
on the
there in
box so the
spirit.
box stays warm?
Do you have a hat on you?
Can I put a piece of?
You could take Bonton's hat. He has a nice tricorn
Very
hat.
nice
Oh,
hat.
yes.
It's
We
fine.
don't want Dante to get cold while he's in the box.
It's plenty warm, I tell you.
It's fine.
I never held it when Bebo was in here, but I assume it was warm then too.
It was.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Different kind of warmth.
Yeah, I didn't really
Kind of
care
a
about it as much at that
kind
point.
of a weedy.
Yeah.
This one's
Kind of.
fuzzy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're taken in to see Zora Tremble. And she says, so I have the spells prepared, and I have the diamond dust. I need the body of your friend, please.
All right. And hand me the box.
Oh dear, I thought you were bringing me an intact corpse. If this is someone who's been cremated, that's going to require a different spell.
I promise you, Zora Tremble, that this will work much the same as if his corpse was there. But as you can tell, there is a soul in that box.
She casts a spell and starts looking at it. And she says, this is powerful necromantic magic. This
Yes!
is not the good magic of Baronar True Silver.
No, it isn't.
This looks like it was created by someone who is attempting to deprive the gods of a soul forever.
Probably, yes.
That's
It's all we had at the time.
That's why we want to get our friend out
Out
of
of
it.
it.
I feel like we have a long conversation in our future.
I'm starting to feel that way too.
All right. So, before we get started, I should teach you and your friends the hymns that you will be singing while I am casting the spell. So she gets to work on that. She wants you to stand in the corner, and she gives you the little hymn sheet.
Is it all in Dwarvish?
Yeah.
My friends, I don't even know if they can read Dwarvish phonetically. Will that be a problem?
If it is, you'll have to get to work on that.
Okay, well, here, let me run down how you say all. Oh, most of it's the same. That's good. So this part here is the same as this part and this part, so that's fine.
Yeah, I can see. Yeah.
Yeah. So this sounds like, and does Dwarvish sound that much different than common in a way? Does it really? I begin showing them how it's done.
You can take care of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Okay.
Yeah,
I can muddle through it, I guess.
Sure, I'd make Kevin sort of bob back and forth as we're doing the chant.
Yes, you're close. You don't quite have it down, but that's okay.
If we don't do a good job singing, will Donde not come back?
I don't know.
Yeah, does our success at this in any way affect the efficacy of your spells?
Because it might be better if we just hum.
Please don't interrupt me while I'm concentrating.
Humming it is!
Do the very best you can. Explain to them the translation of what it means. So keep that in mind while you're singing it. Maybe that will help while you're humming it.
Make an appearance whenever you like.
Now harmonize.
I am!
That's when you sing different. That's when you sing different from other people, right? That's
Yeah,
harmony,
exactly.
yeah.
Completely differently.
All right. Well, Donde, I don't know what happens when you get brought back, like what you looked like, but I'm imagining like a very expensive CGI effect where like, okay, you start with like the the skeleton and then the muscles like all get built and
Like
stuff.
in The Fifth Element.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool, but also disgusting.
And so you very, very briefly get to see
He's a lot
hairless
Yeah.
Donde.
He's a lot thinner than I thought under all that fur.
We're all the same on the inside, though, aren't we?
He's so wiry.
Absolutely not. He had extra bits that I don't think it
You have I didn't say anything. You have.
Can I just put Kevin in your face?
And then like after Dunde's like body is finished, it takes like another like 5 minutes to do all the fur. Takes a while to grow out proper length again.
Are you a short-haired cat? Very briefly.
I mean, yes, as it grows out.
That's a fascinating look for him. You should try that sometime.
So, can you imagine maintaining it?
Oh yeah.
I mean,
There are a lot of there are a lot of short hair tabaxi.
most of them actually.
So
Yeah, I shaved my scalp today.
so I guess. Poof! That was amazing.
Yes, praise be to Baronar True Silver.
Yeah, good job, her. Shouts more.
Praise. Oh. Head rush.
Yeah, that's got to be quite a come down.
Oh. Right.
This is going to be like
The
that scene
world
from
where
when-
I'm not continually being filled with positive energy. But on the other hand, I'm not exploding, so I guess that's okay.
I'm glad you feel that way. Zora Tremble, thank you so much for bringing our friend back to us.
You are most welcome. Shall we say next week we'll have a conversation?
Yes.
Excellent.
That
I look
sounds
forward
wonderful.
to it.
Did we
do the greater restoration?
Oh, I don't know. That was Ray's dead.
Sure. So
keep
take
singing.
some time and then can get that done.
Okay, cool.
Oh, hey. That's better.
What was it like? How much do you remember?
Is this in the coach?
Sure.
Also, I'm sorry, but apparently all of us forgot to bring your robes. Because nobody thought to do that on the way out.
Here, have this hat.
Yes.
But you have the fish snacks.
Yes, yeah. I have some fishy snacks for you, Donde.
I bet he's pretty hungry.
Yeah. Takes a lot out of you.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Presumably, you get reanimated with an empty stomach.
I didn't see any fish being put in there.
I'm trying to. I'm like I like get my journal back and I'm like all excited and then I'm like,
What's the matter?
it's the most amazing thing I've ever seen, but I can't describe it. Oh,
Oh
the
well.
worst.
Can you try and draw it?
I've got like a blank piece of paper. It's like that, but like more white and brighter and kind of gold.
Oh, so you need more colors.
Yeah, but I think that it's not like a color of paint.
Oh,
I think it's a color that might not exist.
that is frustrating. Oh, that's
You're
too
just
bad.
kind of like floating. There's nobody. There wasn't anybody like there. It was just, yeah, it was just floating, and it was amazing. But yeah, I can't draw. I feel like I need, I need like a color of paint that is all the colors put together, but also none of them, which could be tricky. I'm gonna work on this.
Okay.
I hope you don't forget.
Oh, did you leave the thing that I assume the thing?
He had to have, like,
Yeah.
he went there and he doesn't have it now. And
I literally could not have brought it back.
Okay, good. Well then, good.
So,
Kevin missed you.
I missed Kevin.
Don't think Kevin
Really?
noticed.
Aww.
Briefly, and then it was like just amazing. And I didn't care about anything.
Wow, not even Kevin.
That's gives you some idea of how amazing it was.
so you have a bit. So you have today, and tomorrow evening is the party.
Right.
You have very efficiently done all of the things that you said you needed to do before the party.
Right.
If you like, it can be time for the party.
ooh,
Is
Is there anything else we needed to do before?
I guess that's my question.
You did. Yeah, you just said we
So-
did everything we said we were going to do.
so we've got the chunk of thing in the positive energy plane.
Right.
We've got like a little other thing here. Yeah, like the
You have the planar transporter thing, and there's the box of stuff from Mal Shaxa that is where Jinsen needs to put the scale once she has it.
right. And then do we know then what we need to do with the thing to what we
Jensen
need to do?
does.
Right.
Okay. So then, like, is it something that we're going to have to get? I guess we'll find out from Jensen how we actually, like, is this something we, like, shoot at him, or do we have to dump it on his head, or
That's right. You'll find out from her.
stab him with it? Or what do we do? How do we make it happen on him?
Right.
So, Friendly is getting really nervous about this. She's not going to the event.
Was she invited?
No.
but we're still making a whole bunch of food.
Yeah, are we still delivering the desserts?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, great, cool.
Yeah, you are staff at this event.
Oh,
right.
you know what we should do is we should go shopping for matching outfits.
It's interesting that you say that because I pulled out the old bakery uniforms from back the previous owner. And I think I've had them tailored to your size. I don't know if you want to wear them, but I was almost scared to suggest it because I thought you might not want to have matching outfits. But since you bring it up, I have
Keep bringing us
some
outfits.
uniforms for you.
Perfect.
They're kind of a light minty green and white, and there are aprons. Now, the top half is this lovely blouse that can be quite open, but I have some white undershirts if you don't wish to show off your chest. And the bottom half are these lovely kilts that go with they're the same nice
The
green.
minty green and
Yes.
white kilts.
Yes.
Attractive.
And I have aprons for you.
Oh, good.
Because remember, you're going to have to be applying the powdered sugar, and she starts going on and on about the actual bakery stuff.
Right.
So our choices for dressing up are we could wear what we're currently wearing,
Yeah.
which would be very awkward to act as staff. These new things that have been introduced to us, or some really rich green formal wear that would all match each other that we were recently given as a gift
By Melshaks.
by Melshaksa.
But that would also be weird.
That would be very weird.
That
having
might
the-
tip off Chelavar.
Having the staff in formal wear.
And
Or
also,
you could.
Malshaksa's like colors.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go with the bakery uniforms because
yeah.
we want to be subtle about this.
As long as we can still wear our armor under it, somehow.
Oh God, you're right. What do you have for armor?
What do I have for armor?
Because I have a chain shirt, or a chain mail I have, rather. So that's fine.
It's bulky.
It's bulky,
I
but
don't
it's,
even have it written down.
like I could wear the undershirt and wear the chainmail and then put the thing on
Yeah.
top of it. I think that would still be okay. I definitely can't carry my shield with me. I'm gonna have to.
It's a serving tray.
Well,
Oh, Dande.
all right, thank you. That's how I'll
smart.
get away with that if the time comes.
Can I do like? Cause I just wear like studded leather armor. Can I do some sort of like leather armor mint dress combination with an apron so I look sort of like a battle maid?
I feel like you have a day and a half. You could probably do anything like that you like.
Oh, fantastic! I'm gonna look ridiculous.
This really lovely robe that I have really enjoyed wearing, and it will clash horribly if I take it with me.
How do I have my sword?
Actually, that's a good point. How do any of us
Kinda
have weapons
minty
with
green.
us?
It is green. It's on brand color-wise, but
Do you think like
if I can make it look ceremonial.
it's for like cutting the cake? This part of your job as the serving person.
Hey,
My axe
Hey,
is stained
Smiley.
purple.
friendly, truly.
Oh, I know.
Those are all
Yes.
good names.
Hi, do you have
Friendly, madly, deeply.
Do you have like a cart that we could be like borrowing to like to push around with the cakes and refreshments on?
My understanding is that there's going to be a refreshment table because you're going to be up on the catwalks over top of the factory floor.
That's right.
But yes, I have a cart.
Is
You
where
can take it along.
that's where we're going to be serving from? Is no, or
Where
that's
the
where the
party
party
is.
is. Right.
But
All
we
right,
will need to wheel stuff out from the back.
go with me on this journey, guys.
Yes.
We go and we get some we get 4 little carts, tea carts with wheels, and we get some nice tablecloths for them. And then underneath we have our swords and weapons and a variety of creams and sugars and garnishes. And on the top we have cakes, and we push around the cakes, and we're like, "Who wants cake?"
All
And
right.
then when we need to take out a sword, I was like, "Also a sword under here. Who could have predicted?"
Bake your sword into a loaf of French bread.
Yeah.
A baguette.
It's not even a bad idea.
No, you're actually. I'm starting to think that's pretty good. I could go get some dwarven fighting bread and use that as my weapon.
All the dwarven bakeries around here are closed.
Yeah, I know.
Possibly making more of that. We don't know.
Actually, maybe yeah, just go knock on the door and be like, "I realize that you're fortifying in there, but you got any extra battle bread?"
I mean, Ola might be happy to see you.
Oh, that's a good point. If they're available, they seem really busy.
My plan is that my sword looks so unusual. I'm gonna have it unsheathed, like on my belt, and just say that it's ceremonial.
I think that's the. I mean, go for it.
Are you going to have your
Or I could hide it in the cart.
It's a short sword, isn't it?
I mean,
no,
everything's a
it's
short
two-handed. Hey,
How the hell do you carry a two-handed sword?
shut up.
Are you going to have your
So you could use it
Dale
to,
hasn't asked yet.
use it to cut the cakes.
Yeah.
It would look cool as hell. Yeah.
In 5th edition, small creatures can use certain things. He can't use a heavy weapon, but he can use this weapon.
Cool. Okay.
And I can choose to use it two-handed or not.
Right.
Are you going to have your skull helmet?
That I probably won't be able to get away with.
That's why I'm saying we do the cart thing.
I think the cart thing's a great idea.
Yeah, we look like we're serving dim sum, but what we're serving up is beets. Wait, truly friendly good. Is there going to be like any beet cake? Because then we can serve both kinds. I don't think I slept enough
setting
last
up your
night.
one-liners like 2 days in advance.
I mean, that's good thinking for when you're about to have a battle and you're going into something. Oh, right, we shouldn't be saying that we're going into a battle.
we're
in front of friendly.
We're hoping we're not. I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we can just like wheel the cart like over to whatever dragon guy.
Chelavar.
Maybe we can just like wheel the cart over to Chelavar and just be like, oh hey, look at this. And
Yeah.
then
How do
we
we
just
actually
go home.
How do we actually do the thing?
We
You
don't
haven't
know.
been told yet.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Okay.
So we should probably find that out.
We're kind of not equal partners in how this thing is playing out, I just realized.
The last time you talked to Jinsen,
Yeah.
you wouldn't tell her that you were on the verge of doing this.
Right.
So she had no real reason to say, okay, well then, here's what's going to happen.
Well, I don't entirely trust Jensen, so.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's reasonable because
Well-
she's playing both sides. But I thought we determined that like because we were so far along helping Melshaxa that if Jinsen realizes how close we are to defeating Chelavar, then she'll be like, okay, then I'm on Team Melshaxa.
Why don't we just go send her a message? Why don't we just, like, have her...
you looking for me?
Burlap!
That's what he sounds like.
Does
Hey, Burlap, I have a pamphlet for you, but more importantly, I have a message that I would like you to send, please.
I'm all over it. What do you want?
Can you go to the new poison factory outside the Waterdeep boundaries and send a message to Jinsen B? Wait,
Okay.
Wait, Jinsen or what's her
Jinsen.
name?
That was correct.
Okay, good. I'm very, very confused. Can you tell her we have done the thing? Please meet us at, where should we meet? The Beholder Bucket? I don't know. What should we say?
the one that's not burned down? That's
Yeah,
the
Don't
one
pass
that-
the message. Just ask her to meet us somewhere.
Yeah, ask her to come meet us at the Beholder and Bucket.
Okay.
Cool. Thanks.
I guess if she has the scale now, we can set that up too.
Yeah.
For like, we're assuming, like,
Like she'll have to insert it into the thing.
yeah. But we have to go meet her at the Beholder and Bucket.
Yeah.
So,
Well, so we got to figure out how this is going to happen.
Well, I mean, now we can.
So if you like, it's an hour later,
Yep.
and you're meeting at the Beholder and Bucket.
That sounds great.
yes.
All right.
Let's
Hello.
do that.
Do you have the crate of stuff with you?
Which stuff?
The stuff that we got from Melshaxa.
I thought we already gave that to Jensen.
No.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yes.
we
Gave
should.
her the blood sample.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
All
then
right.
yes,
we'll
we
say
should.
we have the crate stashed sort of like underneath
Yeah.
the table. Kevin's sitting on it.
Okay.
It's good camouflage.
It's probably stinky now and
Yeah.
needs to be cleaned.
Nobody would nobody would steal something underneath a farty lizard.
All right. And you guys all have your favorite Water Davian beers. And they know you here, so they bring them out.
Nice.
And Jensen shows up and says, so I'm hoping the message means what I think it means.
We have been to the place and done the thing.
Do you have the stuff?
Yes.
Ooh.
I casually knock my foot against the crate that Kevin is sitting on.
Well, I gave the object and produced the item.
Oh, excellent. So do you have the item as well then?
I have the item.
Fantastic. Okay, now what do we do with all this stuff?
Well, we're gonna have to assemble it, which shouldn't take very long. And then once it's activated, it's going to produce 5 crystals. And then we need to take the 5 crystals and we need to form a pentagram around Chelavar and activate them simultaneously.
Oh, this sounds very complicated. How do we do that without him noticing, though? That seems like a big production. Should we put on a musical production? New cover dancers.
What if we just put the crystals in the serving carts?
Ooh, that's a good idea. What I could do is, since you're going to be staff at the event, I could put like the drink station and the pastry station, and I could put one of you on the gift basket duty, and I could have the crystals in each of those and make sure that those stations will form the 5 points of the pentagram. Yes, let's go with that plan.
Yeah, sure.
And then we just have to get him into the middle of the pentagram, or get
Well,
him...
so there's a platform in the middle of the factory where Hyavrin Sora is going to be making a speech. But I mean, it's Chelavar. Obviously, he's going to be unable to resist going into center stage and giving a speech himself.
Oh, he can tell us how to live our best lives, and then we can ignore him.
And then send him away forever and ever.
Well, 100 years.
Yeah.
I mean, you see, the problem being that you humans have a different scale of forever.
Wait,
It's not a
Oh,
problem
wait.
for me.
Oh, wait, Dragonborn, right.
no, Jensen's
shit.
human.
Yes.
Yes. The Hyavrins are Dragonborn.
Yeah. As far as we're concerned, forever.
Well, most
As far
of us.
as everybody except Bonton and Mora is concerned, forever. This just means I have to deal with this in middle age when I'm less spry and have fewer Fs to give.
I mean, hopefully we'll both be higher level by then.
Oh, well, yeah.
You have 100 years to prepare. Whatever. Let's
Yep.
just set this up and do
Let's
it.
go.
Yeah.
Ah! My life of luxury.
100 years.
That's not that long. I'm already 60. Can you believe it?
No.
No, I really 60.
Yeah.
Huh. I
So-
don't know how old I am.
So we'll set this up with the 5 things.
I don't know how old
Right.
I am.
When Chelvar gets into the middle, then we have to do something, activate it, and it just goes.
Well, how do we do? Is there magic words? Do we have to touch the crystals? Do we have to go
So we,
by the power of the moon?
You could do that. Touching the crystals is essential, and then you just activate it by
How-
concentrating on it.
Oh,
how long will he have time? Like, how long does it go immediately, or will he have time to react to it?
If we do it all at once, it should work right away. I mean, we've never actually tested it, but it should be fine.
Okay.
What's the worst that could happen? I mean,
a dragon's going to attack us.
Well-
we all die.
he'd probably just nag us.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Okay.
if it doesn't work, will he even know?
I don't know.
I don't either.
Well, I've already died today, so let's do this.
Yeah, Dundee's had a big day.
Wow. I'm sorry for your loss.
Sorry.
I got better. It's okay.
We gave him some fishy snacks. They were
The
very
thing-
good for his electrolytes.
The thing's in the positive energy plane now.
Ah. So does that mean you have my plane mover?
Yes.
Yes.
I have it back?
Left it at the thing.
Yeah,
sorry.
we didn't bring it
yes,
with
you
us.
can.
But
Okay.
yes,
Yeah.
after we deal with this, you can have it back.
Okay. So, is there anything else you need beforehand? I'll take this and I'll get it all set up.
What about uniforms? Should
That
we
would
come
be
in
a good
uniform?
idea. Sure. Why don't you do that?
Okay, cool. Can we, like, just in case things go wrong, can we, like, maybe, like, stash a sword and a shield and some potions in the serving trays?
If you're asking me officially, then of course the answer is no.
Okay, great. Don't look at any baguettes.
Okay.
So is it party time?
I think so.
Ooh, sure. Well, we look great in our matching uniforms.
In our mint and white bakery uniforms.
With white aprons
Yeah.
and mint and white
Some
kilts.
kilts all around.
Yep.
Yeah.
The red is gonna really clash with these outfits.
There are optional hats. Do you want the
Oh,
hats?
give me the hat.
Sort of
I'll take
dainty
the
white
hats.
hats.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be.
We're big on hats around here.
Yeah.
This is in Waterdeep. Everyone
Apparently.
wears a hat.
Yeah. I'm gonna be subtle though, and I'm gonna put my tail underneath my skirt.
Okay.
So maybe people will see something moving, but maybe they won't ask because that's rude. I'm gonna be like, "Were you looking at my butt?"
Also,
on.
it's kind of a dead giveaway at that point that you must be the famous Mora Nihar.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully wearing a hat will keep the mohawk under.
Maybe I'll like put my hair to the side, just for cover purposes.
So what are you doing with Kevin?
Okay, so Kevin whines a lot if we leave him, right?
Mm-hmm.
So should we take Kevin with us? Kevin's probably not food safe though.
Kevin might just have to have a bad evening.
Yeah.
Oh no!
We need like one of those like really.
Just set him
really-
up with a bunch of like
One of those
set
really
him,
big
Wait! I have
platters.
an idea.
set him up with a
Thing.
bunch of friendlies day-olds.
No, I have an idea. Burlap.
Yeah.
Burlap. I need to go and do a thing, but I can't take Kevin with me because he's not food safe on account of his shedding scales and terrible farts. So he's going to be sad as soon as I leave. But I would like you to make sure that Kevin has a great night. Could you take him out to get some food and then take him out on a boat trip of the harbor?
I'll see what I can do.
Great.
What if we get one of the billion people who dress up like Mora to hang out with them?
Oh, that's not a bad idea. There
Wow.
might still be a Mora Nihar cosplayer running around somewhere. I don't know how good Kevin's eyesight is.
Yeah, I think he relies on smell.
Oh, poo. Wait, in that
Give
case,
Burlap something to wear.
yeah, Burlap, here, have my sleepy pants. There's a hole to cut in the butt for obvious reasons, but like they smell like me.
Multiple holes?
One for my tail. You can't sleep with a tail down your pants. You should know this, Donde. It's very uncomfortable.
Dante doesn't really wear pants. He does wear pants. Look
Yeah,
at
yeah.
that.
You gotta let that tail be free.
Well, this is gonna be an interesting evening.
Yeah.
You're telling us.
Thank you, Burlap. If you happen to pass by a caricaturist, maybe get a picture of you and Kevin out on your night.
Don't take him drinking.
So he has a memento. Like,
No promises.
don't let him drink too much beer.
Too much.
Yeah, all right. I won't let him drink too much.
Do you
Burlap?
understand that this is not like a sentient being? It's like she's keeping it as a pet, right? Like it's don't treat it like you would treat yourself. Be, treat it as if it's a pet, like one of your pets. Do you have a pet?
So, I'm just gonna take him on a boat trip and give him lots of food. And the amount of beer that he is to consume is not too much.
No,
So,
no.
I shall
no
see
more
you
than
in
4
the
to
morning.
5 ounces. No more than 4 to 5 ounces.
If it keeps him quiet, maybe it's worth it.
No more than 45 ounces.
Oh no.
So he's gone with a very loudly whining lizard who's scrabbling on the burlap trying to get away.
Oh no. Poor Kevin.
Wow.
Poor Kevin. And my pajamas. I want.
They all have to grow up sometime.
Oh.
Kevin is definitely growing up,
Yes.
Yeah.
growing out.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted just like a really big like platter you could hide him under.
No, somebody might
Just
try
be
to
like,
eat him.
Ha-ha! Well, presumably
what's
he
he
would
gonna-
do something if he
He'd be
tried.
defenseless. He'd just fart on somebody if you did that.
That's not defenseless.
Because he would
You've
have.
met Kevin.
I
you
share
just
my
go
bed with him every night. He's such a covers hog.
in the when we open up the thing, he'll have like totally hotboxed
He
it.
just grips the top corner and then just does like a death roll.
Yeah, I know. And then he somehow manages to lay diagonally. So then I end up on like this weird Dutch angle on the bed, and he's just like spreading out, all tail, like 4 legs. Just,
Milfanda lizards are endothermic. Of course he's a covers hog. He's trying to stay warm.
That must be so annoying.
to have this like 4-foot long creature just spread out in your bed with no regards for you. It's not something I deal with personally with my cats at home. Absolutely not.
All right.
All right, well, Kevin's off to get a caricature done.
Yes. Sounding very unhappy.
Oh.
So, does that mean it's party time?
Yes.
All right.
All right.
What's that noise? It sounds like it's party time. No, that's a sad lizard. It's party time.
All right. So you get there early because you're staff. And Jinsen has 4 areas for you to cover. Now, this is in the poison factory itself. So this is a very large building. It's got a 20-foot high ceiling, and then when you go in, it goes down another 20 feet. So it's 40 feet from floor to ceiling.
How grandiose.
Yes. There's room for expansion. They're not using all the room right now, but there are 9 very large poison vats. These are round. They're 20 feet in diameter, about 10 feet high. The catwalks exist so you can add stuff to them. The vats have all been covered with canvas, but there's still quite an acrid smell in here. The plan was that this party wasn't going to be happening in the poison factory. There was a lovely club that was going to be used. I sense a question.
Yes. Clearly, this much poison, even in the air, must be awful. Is there any way to vent it?
So yes, indeed, they have opened up the ceiling. They have waxed cloth on wooden kind of ribs that they can open up so that there's a large opening in the ceiling, getting the air out. Also, you know, if you're a great big flying creature and want to fly in, that's now an opportunity that's available to you.
Very subtle, I bet, too.
So all the food tables and everything are out, sort of on the factory floor, but sort of in the part that's not currently being used by vats.
So the vats are on the floor, and the food tables are on the catwalks.
The catwalk is where the party is.
Yes.
Okay.
People can mingle. They're not very wide catwalks. This is clearly not an ideal venue. They're making do with what they have. So there is a place where the meat is being set up, and so one of you is going to be carving the meat, one of you is going to be taking care of the pastries, one of you is managing the punch bowl, and one of you is there's a gift basket. Everybody gets a sample vial of poison. And so one of you will be manning that.
Thanks,
and
I don't.
Jinsen has
Worst goodie bag.
strategically placed these so that they are around the center platform. The 5th point in the star isn't really anywhere. It's kind of open space there because they're not using that part of the factory. But she has arranged that she can kind of dangle down and be in position because she can easily leave. But as staff, you might have people looking for you or whatnot.
I'll be on the meat station. I
Can-
have a great
can Dande
carving
not be
knife.
serving food?
You're so concerned about his hair.
It's so gross. Do you know how much cat hair I've eaten?
I don't want to think about it.
Yeah, yes, Dane will be at the presents table.
Punch, 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 punch!
I guess that means I'm on. What was the remaining one again?
Pastries.
Desserts.
Pastries. Yes, I'm on pastries.
Yeah.
They're
So
gonna look at the dwarves and be like, "You must know a lot about Croc." I'm like, "Yes."
Are we the only staff?
Well, theoretically, the righteous principles, now that they're up at full strength, should be helping on the floor as well as providing security. But the 5 of them are currently meeting with Chelavar in his building. They'll be
When you
making
say
an entrance
full
later.
strength,
Did they hire another bard or something?
No.
Right, I guess Jaffa would have been able to go back.
Yeah, Joffo came back.
oh, okay.
Yeah, it did get brought up that that they'd be able to find Joffo
Right.
by the time the thing rolled around.
And I mean, he was staying to help, but he never tried to leave
No,
them.
he was just helping Mar.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, did they have Mar back?
And they were talking about how they weren't at full strength the first time you met them.
Because there's only
Yeah.
3 of them.
There was someone else. There was someone they didn't bring.
Yeah.
Right.
And they'd also had expended a lot of their.
Right.
Yeah, so there's something they didn't bring, and they were down 1 paladin.
Yes.
I'm so sorry.
Okay.
So, you guys are meeting, and
Can I spike the punch?
I feel like that is one of your responsibilities. Yes.
Perfect. Is there a bottle for me to spike the punch with?
Yes.
There are a lot of bottles
So
of.
much booze.
There are a lot of bottles of poison.
No, not that kind. I don't want to kill people. I want to get everybody very drunk so they don't remember our faces.
So there are about 20, 25 groups of people at this party. Each group is 1 to 5 people, depending on how many people are being brought.
Okay.
I have several groups and several individuals planned out, but there's enough flexibility. Jesus.
I don't remember.
I'm making Long Island iced tea.
Didn't remember how much punch we made. It's a lot more than I thought we did.
So if any of you want to add a group to the party, I'll give you a point of inspiration.
Oh, as in like who might be attending?
Who's showing up and being a guest? Like I came up with a bunch of stuff. Like we have enough, but if you're feeling
So
like
is this like people, reputable people or disreputable people?
all of the above. So this is the group of people that Chelavar and Hyavrin Sora are trying to influence. There's something going on in Waterdeep, and Hyavrin Sora clearly knows something about it, but not everything. And they're trying to just say, okay, hey, look, we're relaunching. This was going to be sort of a relaunch of the comedy club, but that clearly didn't work out. But this is still a relatively new factory, so they're kind of trying to make the best of things and say, okay, hey, this is the Hyavrin family, come meet us. And the people attending are not the heads of any organizations. This is more like the administrative assistance level, someone's secretary, or, you know, we're making contacts, but
We're not inviting the dignitaries, the high-end people.
we might eventually do that,
Yeah.
but right now we're making the contacts to do that.
Right.
And they will come to a formal dinner, not a tour of a poison factory.
Yeah.
So the grand opening of the new poison factory, like it's producing poison, is a fine, upstanding profession in Waterdeep, right?
It's a legal profession.
Okay.
Poison is sold in the markets at Waterdeep. It's in the player's handbook. Players can buy it for their characters.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean,
So
people in real life make poison.
Yeah.
one group of people
Yes.
is Effluence Borgler, who is her
Traditional name.
her family is in the business of making zalcoons, which are combat bard accessories. They're like bagpipes, but evil. And she is there with Unguent Lumboon, who's a hotelier from the North Waterdeep ward.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They're not like they're together. They're just friends, and in a new poison factory, they're former adventurers. A new poison factory opens up. It's just good to sometimes if you're a combat bard, sometimes you need to direct people to poison, that kind of stuff.
All right.
There's a
The
group
Borgler family.
Because these people aren't explicitly.
bad. That's why I said, are these
Bad.
bad people or
Right.
good people?
Yeah.
there's a group of
Sorry. Snack's been very hydrated today, so apologies that I missed that.
there's a group of 3 floor managers who work at they basically run the day-to-day on the floor from 3 different gambling houses in town. So they've been invited to come out because it's obviously gambling is a big business. This is more stuff that happens towards the South Ward, where they're doing a lot of where they run their houses and stuff. I don't have any names for them.
Okay.
We can call one Lem, one Fargle, and one Todd.
I was gonna say Timp.
Timp
So-
is good too. But Todd is all right.
Maybe this is Todd Timpson.
Yeah, son of Timp.
Yes.
Anyone you want to add to the party, Graham?
I'm just thinking, has Paul gone already?
You don't have to, but if you want inspiration,
I really want to add the Seamstresses Guild.
I mean, go for it.
Oh,
I'm still thinking.
Could Nigel Peenhammer? Nigel
That's an unfortunate
Peenhammer. No, Nigel Peenhammer, half dwarf, society reporter. Top.
Mr.
Sorry.
A society reporter for the Waterdeep Herald, the leading broadsheet.
Mr. Risk Camelop. Battle Bond.
Where does he,
I was just looking at board games.
I mean,
So-
where do you think I get these?
Campbell up or Bond?
Yes, yes.
All right.
He's a racing aficionado.
Oh. What kind of creatures does he race?
Would there be a representative from the? I guess this is not the kind of thing that, like, say, the representative from like your church would be at.
Absolutely not.
You know.
What about a bad church, though? A church
Yeah.
for naughty people.
Absolutely, they would.
So, who is the representative of the Church of Naughty People?
I mean, isn't there a god whose domain is like poison and stuff?
I feel like there's more than one, depending on which racial pantheon we're investigating.
Sister Mary Fudswitz of the Church of being very naughty and bad, to be defined at a later date once I look up which god would be in charge of that. She is dressed as a nun would be dressed, except it's all red and black, and it's just a very sort of naughty symbols, but embroidered in like very fine robes, but they're just very, very naughty.
But not like a naughty nun with, like, cleavage and stuff.
Absolutely
like, we're talking
not.
about very, like
a severe nun who
Yeah.
will wrap your knuckles, except the ruler has spikes in it.
Yeah.
And the spikes are poisoned. And you won't die, but you'll wish you were dead
Yeah.
for
yeah.
crossing her. Sister
Yeah, the
Mary
whole-
Furzwissel.
The whole naughty nun thing. There's a
She
lot
doesn't
of,
like that.
There's a lot of confusion around that.
If you do that naughty nun thing on her, she will just zap you with a firebolt.
There's also, do you have anybody?
Yeah, are the days? I was gonna say with someone's last name Saturday, but I don't know if the days of the week are the same.
No,
It doesn't
they're
matter.
not.
Darren, fine. Well, that's his name anyway. Darren Saturday. He's a guy. He's basically the sort of the middleman who like supplies the places where like PCs buy their gear.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
when it's always like you start with this much gold and the place where the players go to buy the adventuring gear.
But like the beginning stuff, like he deals in a lot of
Like a
low-level
general
things.
store, I guess.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
he's like a supplier for places like that.
Oh, okay.
You know.
So he sources low level equipment.
Yeah, like poison.
Like poison.
Maybe you want some poison.
It's that thing where it's like, why, when I go to a little town, like 500,000 miles away from home,
Yeah.
they have all the same brands of stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you go up to Evening Star and it's like, oh yeah, okay, cool.
And Brian Torper is there with four of his agents or assistants.
Kind of
Brian-
sleepy though.
Yeah, I know, right? Brian is who was elected by a show of. He was the one who didn't show up on the night that the Stevedores Union was saying, "Who are we going to send to this damn thing?" And he didn't show up at that meeting, so they named him, and he got to go, but he got to he's named like 4 other people to come with him. Not all of them are stevedores. They're just like his buddies, thinking they're going to just show up and
What's
have
a
like
stevedore?
They're people who work the docks and they move things around all the
Oh.
time, right? So it's like shipping people, essentially.
So, not particularly important, but there to get
Dock
some free
workers.
food and drinks.
That's why they're here. They're not here for any sort of like involvement with whatever, but they got the invitation like, screw it, I'm going to go eat a lot of pastry and drink a lot of booze.
Oh, well, they're not going to need to drink much punch.
So one of them is over toward the punch bowl and
Likes your style.
says, "Oh, Susan,
Yes! Hello!
Thog.
Hi, Thog. How's it going?
going good."
I
You?
got a job working here, so I'm earning some honest money, but they didn't put enough booze in the punch, so I'm spicing it up
They
a bit.
never do.
No, just 1 second. I'm not quite done adding to the punch, but you help yourself now if you want some weak sauce.
There's still some punch left.
At the bottom of the sea of alcohol.
If you lit a match in here, the fumes would ignite.
That's true no matter what.
Hey, do you have anything stronger I could add? It's still kind of weak.
I mean, I have some orc broth.
Perfect. Dump her in.
But it's very strong.
I think these people could use loosening up. They all look like born society types, don't they?
All right. Careful, there's some beetles in there.
A little protein never hurt anyone. Glug, 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 glug. Here.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
See you later, Thog.
You might want to drink it fast so that it doesn't like go through the bottom of the cup, or go through the bottom of the cup.
Oh, if we were still Moras, I would give you a high five.
Secret high five, Thog.
Okay. Don't let anyone see. It's not trendy to be Mora Nihar anymore.
Ah, darn. Oh. It was such a good look for me. Oh, wow.
Secretly, Mora's very happy about that, isn't she?
Yeah.
Does this guy still have like a purple mohawk?
No. He's staying up with things. People aren't Mora Nihar anymore.
Shame.
All right. So there are a whole bunch of people at the party. Hyavrin Sora comes over and says, so I've received several compliments on the punch, but people are concerned about its placement. I'd like to move this next to the meat carving.
I don't want to move the punch bowl because I'm afraid the fumes may ignite.
Oh, all right. That's a good point. Just a moment. So she goes away. She comes back a couple minutes later with one of the poison manufacturing guys, and he's just looking around, and he's just in his coveralls, and he was told he wasn't going to be allowed at this party.
Oh.
But he comes over with a big lid. He's like, okay, let's be careful with this.
Oh, hold on. Here, have some punch first. Try it.
I'm not allowed to punch. And Hyavrin Sora is there watching.
Yeah.
1 sec. I'm gonna... Mora's not a smart person. 1 sec, before we move the punch, let me just get something from underneath the cart, and I'm gonna take my Steve bag.
Yes.
Here you go.
And I'm gonna be like,
You're going to roll that percentile.
and then fling.
I need a percentile, and I need a
Working on
D8,
making a
please.
distraction here.
Yeah.
Is that the plan?
Yep.
Where are these gems or whatever? Are they just like under the carts or?
They were planted at the station. Like, if you poke around where you were placed, you can find them.
Okay.
All right, so I rolled a 70 on the percentile,
Yes.
and I rolled a 1 on the D8,
Ah.
and then I'm going to like fling a little Steve bag puff over the catwalk and be like, 1 sec, sorry, there's some stuff that's not like bolted down here, and if we're moving the cart and the punch bowl, I want to make sure that nothing gets spilled. The catwalks are not very wide. Just hold on 1 second, my friend. Fling.
So,
Rustle,
you've-
rustle, rustle, rustle.
You've never rolled a 1 before.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
So, a 1
Oh no.
is an adorable little gerbil,
Oh.
which scrabbles on the catwalk and then falls.
Oh, Jesus.
So now it's on top of the canvas, on top of a poison vat, kind of scurrying around. And you can see the canvas isn't secured, it's just sort of covering it, preventing the fumes.
Are we talking like just like a normal gerbil,
Yep,
or at least not like normal sized gerbil?
yep.
Can people hear it scrabbling around on top of the...
Oh yeah, there's a gnome who has had 2 glasses of punch. He's like, I got this, don't worry, it's an adorable gerbil.
Wait, Hyavrin Sora, hold on. Before we move this car, what is going on down there on that poison vat?
It looks like, oh hey, you shouldn't climb down there. Oh, it's fine, I got this.
Hey, why don't you take care of that? I'm gonna keep making sure everything here is secure before we move this very poorly packed
So
car.
the guy has picked up the punch bowl and is starting to precariously walk
Whoa.
along the catwalk.
Oh, no. Wait.
If it's not in the punch bowl,
No.
As long as the table, we think it's under the table, right?
Yeah, no, the crystal's under the table.
So the gnome, Squeepsar, is now hanging from the catwalk. And I mean, he's a little bit taller than Snack, but not a lot taller than Snack.
Oh, no.
So there's a 10-foot distance between the catwalk and the top of the vat. And Squeepsar is just, there, okay. I can't quite reach. Someone give me a boost.
Hey, buddy carrying punch bowl. Can you bring that back over here so I can grab a quick drink before you take it away?
How about we get a drink when it gets where it's going? I'm not supposed to be out here for very long. How persuasive are you?
I'm very persuasive. Can I bat my eyelashes at him or something? Actually, that's not really Mora's style. She's more
Really
just,
not.
She's more of just like a, hey, friends, do me a solid. All right.
But she blinks both of her eyes a lot, like she looks crazy.
But I am very persuasive. So let me roll this here.
I hope that was visible on camera. That was good.
Well, you know what? I only got a 12 on my persuasion, so he's probably carrying that punch bowl away.
He's taking the punch bowl to set it next to Snack.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you bring the cart so there's somewhere to put it?
Yeah, just give me a second here. Sorry. You go on without me.
So he does, and he walks over to you carrying the punch bowl.
Hi?
Hi, I'm supposed to put this down here because this is closer to the entrance and people wanted it near the food, but there's nowhere to put it.
Oh, wait, I have an idea. Tell him to take the punch and then send the meat back over to me so we don't move the carts.
You take the meat off.
Oh, sure. All right, I'll clear a space. I was going to say I'm going to clear a space, so yeah, I guess I'll... Hang on, I'll pick up the cutting board that the meat is on or whatever, and then my sword and that I'm using as a... to do the carving, and then the sauces or whatever, be like, okay, there. Is that enough space?
Okay, so he puts it down.
Okay.
So now what?
Well, I guess I'm going to the other cart then.
Okay, well, bring it back here so we can have them both. I have to go back to the factory floor.
Okay. Thanks for your help.
So he wanders off.
Hey, Mora.
Am I on meat now?
Or you can go be on.
Yeah, I'll stay with booze.
Okay.
Yeah. Do what you know.
Jog quickly over. All right, any more booze I can add to this punch?
So this was the table that had the roast potatoes and some green beans, and this is sort of the mains.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna go back and get some of the.
We're just moving the whole.
If I might, just because I'm realizing this, are we all storing stuff under our own individual carts, like our weapons and stuff?
Oh, probably. We should probably just switch.
But the meat carving knife.
No, my ceremonial carving thing is my sword.
Yeah, but he has to stay with the punch then. He has to stay where the punch is because that's where all of his equipment is, and you have to stay with meat.
Okay, I'm gonna carve some meat.
How
This has become very complicated.
It has been.
how far away from me is the dwarf trying to get the gerbil?
The gnome?
No, trying to get the gerbil.
You tell me.
I guess it's just. I'm thinking in terms of just with if he's about to fall with a burst of tabaxi speed, can I grab him so he doesn't fall? Because the canvas thing is not attached, right?
Right.
If something bigger than a gerbil falls on it, it's gonna go
Yes.
into the. Yeah, so I'm I guess moving towards this gnome in the that if he's gonna fall, I can grab him before he falls in, right?
Okay, so you're trying to get into position there. There is an elf who is walking over to him in response to his request for a boost. And the elf
Wants a boost down.
he used the word boost, but yes. He
He's
had
drunk.
2 glasses of punch. He's got not
The
a
punch
lot
is
of body
basically
mass.
rubbing alcohol at this point.
Yeah.
Let's water that down and pour in some whiskey.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is in this punch?
What isn't in the punch?
Everything I could add, and also a few things I shouldn't have added.
All right. So
Be very careful with the sword.
Oh, I didn't drink any. Are you insane?
No, I just mean in general.
Oh, right.
okay. So you're with the meat out there. You're watching very closely. The elf quite gallantly gives him a boost, and they effect a rescue of the gerbil. the elf has a coil of very expensive-looking rope, and he helps the gnome down. And when he realizes how drunk he is, he kind of ties it around the waist. And eventually, to some applause, up come the gnome and the gerbil.
Yay!
How long do things from the steam bag last?
Until the next day or until they're damaged.
Oh, okay, good.
So
It's
if
not
it
going
had-
to like disappear halfway through the process.
Well, it might have if it had gotten into the poison.
Right.
That could have been. It could have got a lot worse on that Steve bag rule.
Depends on what you're going for, yes?
That could have gone any number of places.
Well, I always play in character, not optimally.
Oh, I know.
So, you're doing the party. You're carving the meat.
I'm trying to be careful.
I feel like anyone who's using that sword to carve meat should roll at least 1d20 just to make sure we don't have any natural ones showing.
Well, I'll roll for when I was on the station.
Okay,
That's a 17.
cool.
Really nice cuts.
16.
Good. So everything's perfectly fine.
Delicious.
That was nice beef.
And
Or whatever they eat here. I assume it's beef.
And then, as the party is going along and people are admiring all the poison bats and the catwalks and the very cute little gerbil, Chelavar makes an appearance.
Oh God!
Accompanied by the righteous principals.
In dragon style?
No,
So-
he's in human form. The way you've seen him before, he looks like the thing that was a construct. Did you bring the construct back for the reward?
No.
No.
Okay.
It's a good point.
No. So either he's got 2 magical constructs, but probably not because he wanted it back because he said it was really valuable.
Yeah.
And if he had disposables, this might actually just be Chelavar.
That's my assumption because he was
Oh.
so desperate to get the.
And we know that
construct
he
back.
is here in the flesh because got the scale and stuff.
Well, we know
Yeah.
that
We know
Could
that he
be
is
here.
on the.
Yeah.
we know that he
Campus.
was here at some point as a dragon. We don't know if this is Chelavar or a construct.
But we're operating under the assumption that it is actually him because he was so desperate to get that construct back, and we did not give it to him.
Yeah.
But I don't think he knows that we have it.
Fair.
Yeah.
So, you see Candy, you see Joffo, you see Trell of the Righteous Principles, you see Marcello, but he is no longer dressed like a paladin. He has a tall white pointy hat, and he has a long white robe with white stars sewn onto it, and he has a quarterstaff.
He's a cleric now?
A wizard?
Is he identifiably Marcello? Like looking at him, it's like that is definitely
Oh, yeah.
Marcello, the old man that we saw.
Yes.
Okay.
Is he
It's
still?
like maybe he had a twin.
Is he
but
still
no.
young? Is he still
No.
old? Or?
He's still old.
Okay.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, he's rocking the oldness and just
We should
embracing
have
it.
gotten disguises. At least we
And-
have hats.
We have disguises.
Yeah.
They can't tell it's us.
Yeah, people don't look at poor people and peasants and servants. People don't pay attention to them. These people are rich and drunk.
Yeah, the goblin and the albino rock-armed dwarf and the tabaxi, I'm sure they're completely different people.
All blend in.
There's also an Aasimar with the righteous principles.
I don't know what.
Sorry,
that is.
what?
So Tiefling has some infernal
Oh.
heritage. Aasimar has some celestial heritage.
Oh,
I bet they're all snobs.
So
really kind.
My dad
But
was.
they sound amazing.
Yeah, my dad was an angel.
So Chelavar comes over to the closest station, which is, I guess, now the punch station. So he says, I see that you are still here, and the deadline has passed. Does this mean that we are enemies now, or are you here to sign up with me?
If I was your enemy, I wouldn't be offering you punch.
So I guess this is your last opportunity to answer the question, are you going to join me or die? I think that's where we end the session. So thank you for watching Dice Friends. This has been episode 7 of Dragon's Orders. Join us next week where I guess Chelavar drinks some punch.
Exciting
Oh, no,
punch.
What a terrible plan. And yet we had so much time.